Well, hello, and this is Stephen Tyrone Cuffey reporting to you from my live broadcast, number 149. Number 149. It's a pleasure to be with you all today. And looks like I have first on my chat. I saw that you was there early, Christina Tagway from Vancouver, Canada, on the west coast of Canada. Thank you so much for being here, my sister. And looks like I have first. So, thank you so much for being here, Christina, for being first in the live chat. I know I have some more people coming on because I did message some other people to try to get them to my live broadcast. Okay. I thank everyone for actually being here. I know that I got little Kayla. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for being here. You know, I'm here, and my special one that's in Tennessee that always supports me no matter what we're going through. I appreciate you being there for me, as well as other family members as well. Henry Langford, thank you so much for being here, sir, also. As the people start filtering in, you know that I always state that I'm a student of our blog, and actually that's what I'll be actually. I got a nice long blog post that talks about three-way communication. And that's something that I want to say to you all. For me, I don't know about for anyone else, and that's maybe in online businesses before, but almost the exact same content that admin is talking about in a three-way communication, I use that in another business that I used to have from 2009 to 2013. And I'm gonna tell you now, it works, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm an example of it. I use this almost identical type three-way communication in the business I was in for about 5 years, and it worked like clockwork. I use edification, you know, of my leader, and I just let that person talk with the prospect. And they actually closed the prospect. I just kept quiet, and I didn't come on to say anything till I had my leader had me to come in and say something. I was just talking to Randy about that before on a live broadcast a few weeks ago. We got to learn to edify people. Listen, I see a lot of people coming in right now. Move to test on Crypto TBC. John Harder, who's in now Mexico. Serena TBC Prayer Word, thank you so much for being here. Michael Ogazi. We got people from Nigeria. Jacob and Dumola. Thank you all for being here, for supporting me. Thank you so very much. As I was just saying, I'm going to repeat this since y'all just came in. The blog post that deals with three-way communication, I use this from a 5-year period on another business that I used to have. And it worked in closing people that got on my team. I personally built a team of 130 people by using the same technique. So I'm telling you right now, I know for a fact, 100%, that it works. If you ever doubt that long blog post I'm about to go over with you, Randy didn't have time to go on his blog post. I'm going to go from beginning to end today to help y'all understand what you're actually reading. See, I went through this blog post already. And I understand it fully because it's essentially what I used before. So you think, oh my God. This was right on the nose today in terms of admin. Thank you, admin. Because I'm saying to you, all of you out there in TBC land, if you use this approach with new recruits, it would hinder great results. It works. This is exactly what I used. Okay? All right. Lawrence Malecki, thank you so much, sir, for being here. All right. So, thank you all for being here in my live chat. I'm going to get started because this is a pretty long blog post. I'm going to go through it from beginning to end. And I want y'all to just go through it with me. Okay? I'm going to do a screen share and I'll get started right now. Okay? So I'm already at the blog. Okay, now. All right. Now I know what this is right here, because this is Randy. Randy's been on, his video's been here almost every day. I was actually there and I came in on his live broadcast near the end. He had some people from Bangladesh that was great. And I'm going to do this too in case some of you did not see that. Some of y'all saw it. But for example, you see how it says follow the cash flow system in any language? But this little area right here, it says translate. If you click here and click on this British looking, it says English, click here. And then you'll see right here at the top, right up here, hit this arrow. And look what happened when I put in Bangladesh language. Look what happens. Look at the symbol. Look at this. So you can make any blog post. Look at all this. It's in their language. So in this area right here, you can see, look all these different languages all over the world. You can do it in German, you can do it in all type of languages. Czechoslovakia. Look at that. See? Any kind of language. Let's say Spanish. There's your Spanish. See? So I go back to English. All right. Now, I'm sure that anybody was at his 109th live broadcast, which I was actually one of his panel near the end. Had some great guys from Bangladesh. I would love for them to be here to be at my live broadcast, but I don't know if they'll make it. But anyway, let me just go back here because I want to get to the blog post that I was referring to. This one right here is one that was done by one of the guys that was actually present, I believe, in live broadcast today. All right. Okay, let's go down here. All right, here we go. Three-way communication builds trust while groups destroy confidence. And this is the diagram on your three-way call and edification. Okay? I'm sure y'all have seen this. I hope you read through it thoroughly. This is one blog post that you really need to go through thoroughly to get exactly how you present yourself with new people coming into our community. Okay, here we go. Let me make it a little bit larger so I can see it. Okay? I got a touchscreen laptop, guys, so I can just use my fingers. Praise God. Thank you. Before I get started with this current topic of this blog post, I want to briefly clarify our TBC offer at this time. We are building a new financial system that is private for members only. From the ground up and within our abundance-based concept, all of our members will become wealthy as either millionaires or billionaires. Our offer is simply this. For $110, any new member will ultimately become millionaires and billionaires, and their TBC Crinkle coins will become fully liquid and 100% spendable once we have matured into a fully developed TBC Crinkle economy that is global. Where else can you turn $110 into millionaire or billionaire status over the next 1 to 2 years? Now I want to address the subject of how powerful three-way communication is, having made that important clarification. Also, I will explain the dangers of building groups. TBC prospects and new members face mind-blowing paradigm shift that when they examine our TBC offer, first, we present a gift of over $2,000 in somewhat new digital money. That is by itself is mind-blowing. And to test its validity, new members want to immediately spend it before they have taken the needed time to understand our money and the new financial system we are rolling out over the next couple of years. Redeemable cookies as the initial gifts stops them from following through on the desire to immediately spend their gift and allows our community the opportunity to take the time needed to fully understand our fantastic offer to these new members. But are we dropping the ball at this critical junction? Many of those actively recruiting within the TBC community haven't fully grasped what our TBC offer is, and in many cases have superimposed a distorted version of the TBC offer based on what they think or understand it to be on their prospects, and new prospect recruits. And the result can be discouraging for both the prospect recruit and their sponsor. Three-way communication is by far the best way to straighten out this situation. All right. We want all of our new members to be excited and not left out with this feeling of discouragement. Any excited member is a member ready to learn and do our system that leads to success. Three-way communication is a time-tested and proven strategy which leads to positive results and income that has been used in a variety of business opportunities worldwide. See? Did you hear that last sentence? Has been used in a variety of business opportunities worldwide. Let's go over the three-way parties in the diagram above in the poster. It starts with you. Okay, let's say you have not made much money yet in TBC. Now let's look at the TBC expert in the diagram. For best results, the TBC expert should have a firm grasp on what our real TBC offer is all about and possess in-depth knowledge in that regard. And let me stop right there for a minute. How do you become a TBC expert? Well, we know the number one way is become a student of the blog that I always refer to. Okay? All right? Let me keep going. But knowledge about TBC is not the most critical thing to have as an expert, which is true. Cash flow is the most important thing. And guess what, guys? You're talking to a guy that had a cash flow just last week. I had a person on my team purchase TBC of $100 and did another $400. Another $300. A $400 sale in one day. And guess what? He made $200 out of that on a 50-50 split. Okay? I'm just making that announcement to you all. I'm letting you know this works. All right? All right. Let me see here where we are. All right. Okay. The experience gained in achieving regular cash flow is really what sets a TBC expert apart from those that just think they are TBC experts. Correct. I like that. Make sure you have teamed up with a fully qualified TBC expert before you start a three-way communication with your prospects and new recruits. A great place to find a TBC expert is among our active broadcaster. And we have several of them. I'm here on this live chat right now. And I'm also one. Okay? All right. Interview a few of them and select one of them to be your partner, your personal TBC expert. Some of them even offer cash flow coaching services. Let me stop there. Randy Wilson is a cash flow coach. I plan to start at that at some point myself because I've had some success in the old network and had my first one last week in the new network. All right. Your prospects will already have a certain degree of trust with you. They are your connection. Many of your prospects will gladly accept our wonderful gift of cookies from you. Make your best effort to get them to sign up and get the gift in their hands. Follow the updated scripts that can lead you to great success and gift giving. See this blog post right here, because I know that's where the scripts are. As soon as it is possible, introduce your new recruit to your TBC expert and edify your TBC expert, meaning that you trust and believe in your TBC expert because they are successful and a helpful member of TBC. Okay, you do that in the three-way communication. Decide ahead of time with your TBC expert which medium you will use to conduct a three-way communication. It can be a three-way calling on the phone, or it could be a three-way of you on a private video meeting or whatever. See, a three-way communication don't have to be just on the phone. It could be in person. It could be on a video meeting. All right. Today, we have so many choices available to us as we communicate globally when it comes to mediums of communication. Yes, we do. We have many ways to communicate. Match up the best times of day to do three ways. Naturally, these 3 ways can fill up the TBC expert schedule. So don't expect more than 5 minutes in these three way when you can do them. Okay, you hear that? Expect more than 5 minutes. This is so familiar to me. Gosh. The TBC expert will ask a new recruit a question or two to get them talking about themselves, and they believe in you and expect you to become very successful in TBC, and that you will follow the proven system that works. The TBC expert will then ask the new recruit if they will commit to following our proven system by following your lead. If then they have gained a greater respect for you. Some call this the edification game, but it is not a game. This is serious business we are doing here, and we want your new recruit to respect you to follow in your TBC system, in our TBC system. Now that's how a three-way works the proper way. Multiple 3 ways with the same recruit is okay and encouraged to make that new recruit a solid member of our TBC community. You'll find that you do these three ways over and over again, that you will pick up the buzzwords that work and light people up into action. And you will need to do this less and less 3 ways with your TBC expert once you get the hang of it on your own, and you will have a steady cash flow coming in, and it is the proof you know what you're doing. I've made huge incomes doing 3 ways in other ventures. Hallelujah. TBC admin. So have I too, and another one that I did for 5 years. Oh wow. Oh, I can hear you loud and clear, admin, in this blog post. I hear you loud and clear. I'm right with you. Now let's talk about the danger of setting up a group of any kind. Let's talk about that for a minute. One of two things are likely to happen in any group you set up. Either trolls or misguided members will poison your team in it and create a bunch of time wasted, drama, and grief. Or due to the lack of activity in the group, your team will start to conclude that nothing is really happening in TBC and lose interest in pursuing it. Both are terrible, terrible outcomes. I've dedicated a number of posts within the blog to address the harm trolls can bring into the community through Facebook. I suggest you look those up. Hear that? Hope y'all hear that. But WhatsApp and Telegram groups, as well as Messenger chat groups, can be just as bad. Boom. You listening at that? It is almost impossible to train enough watchdogs to protect an active group around the clock. That is so true. Any social media admin of a group is bound to have these kind of troubles. So consider this a fair warning. Hear this? I'm going to read that again. So consider this a fair warning. The worst thing that happens is when the admin themselves are a TBC troll. I'm going to read that again. The worst thing that happens is when the admin themselves are a TBC troll. They're talking about the admin of a group. Okay? Well, they better watch out. Fury builds up and karma will have her way. Train your team to avoid most of these groups altogether, and you will enjoy some peace of mind. Gathering people in person in meetings can also be dangerous if you don't know how to manage it properly. I've seen more than one leader fall from grace when they fail to put in the safeguards needed for meetings. This is right in bold. Lead by example. Be the highest cash flow earner. Lead by example. Be the highest cash flow earner. Woo! Yes, it's a long blog post, guys and ladies, but guess what? It's to the point. Thank you, admin. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my God, this was a great. I always say this, but I rank this one up here in the top 5 blog posts, maybe top 3 that I've read or that I've studied. Okay. But Bill Hunter said, when I did a blog post, there was no sound on the videos. I played through it, but I could hear the sound from my side. I'm not sure, Bill. I'm not sure what that could be. Regard could be something going on with your computer, or I'm not sure what's going on. Sometimes technical, you know how technology is. Sometimes it don't always work in your favor. And it's happened to me before too. You know. All right. Okay. This is a teaching type blog post, guys and ladies. A teaching type blog post. For me personally, you probably admin is like preaching to the choir, because I've done the exact same thing in other businesses, and it have yield fantastic results. Now I'm going to come out this because this blog post alone took practically the whole my 30 minute period. But I'm going to say to you, it's an awesome blog post. It's to the point. It talks about using 3-way communication versus doing other groups, you know. You can't watch, see, you cannot watch a group on WhatsApp and Telegram and Facebook and all those kind of things. You can't be a watchdog to your group 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You just can't do it. It's just not humanly possible. So what you find out that people come in there, trolls come in there and try to attack what you are saying or other people are saying in your group. So it's awesome. Thank you so much for Kumar for being here, brother. Thank you so much, Cedric, for being here as well. You know, I spoke to mostly everyone else here. Mr. Tessa, I think I said hello to you too. You know, groups are really dangerous at times. You got to be careful. You're setting yourself up for failure. I personally don't have a TBC group. I'm not downing the ones that has it. Some of our leaders have one, and they're working okay for the most part because they're monitoring it pretty well. But can you monitor it 24/7? No, you can't. If you follow, edification means lifting that person up, saying some great things about that person that you know that is true to your heart. Lift that person up before that prospect, that new recruit. Okay, how I did it, again, I would say if I did a phone conversation, I would get my leader, my expert, my mentor on the phone. I've already scheduled it with my new prospect. They know they're waiting at their house or whatever they are by the phone for me to call them. I get on the phone, I schedule it with my expert or my leader, okay? I tell them something about the new prospect. I say they look like they're on the fence, they're ready to come over to our community. And then I call my leader. I put them on hold. I then call the new prospect. I got them on the phone, and I tell my new prospect I have my expert or my mentor on the phone for you to talk to. And then I get them all on the phone, and what I do, I start to edify my expert. Tell them that they're successful in the billion coin. They have been cash flowing. Okay? They can show you how to cash flow. They can walk you through the system. I just keep saying some positive things about my expert. And then I would say, for no further ado, I'd like to introduce you to so-and-so, whoever that person is. Let's say the person's name is John. I say, John is very eager to get to, likes what they're hearing about the billion coin. But he has some questions. Perhaps if he can get his questions answered, maybe he would be a part of our community. So then I get my expert, and then what I do, I go silent. I don't say a word. I let the expert and the prospect or new recruit, they talk. And I don't come in to say anything until the expert call on me. That works. I'm telling you all, it works. I've got many people on my team in other businesses that way. One particular business I did for 5 years, I used this exact same approach, and it worked every time. I mean, almost 100% of the time it worked. Sometimes the person is a little slow, still coming on if they talk to that, but they now got more information, and they said maybe they need to get, think about it a little bit more. Some people want to think about it more. Some people are that way. But I would say almost 100% of the time, I've got somebody to come over the fence and be a part of the community that we're all involved in. In this case would be the billion coin. I'm telling you all, Lawrence and ATM Irene and Christine Tagway, we know that it works. We know three-way communication works. Some of us that's been in other businesses, we have used this approach and it works. Even an admin even said it in this blog that they have used in other ventures. And it yield results every time. So I kindly say to you all, use this approach as you bring new people into the community. Don't try to close these people by yourself. That's why they stand on the fence. They don't know if they want to come on or not into our community. Use me for an example. Get me on the phone with a three-way. Do a video with me through a video like we do. I do Zoom videos sometimes. I can do a video on a Facebook Messenger video. You can add people on Facebook Messenger. If any of y'all have anybody that needs to get to close people to be into TBC community, I am an excellent tool. I'm telling you, I use the same thing in other businesses and I always got results. I'm telling you. I'm here. Several people here. John is here, which is Crypto TBC from Mexico. Christine Tagway is excellent. Syringe, TBC Prayer War. So many people here. Into my ring, she's doing well. I can name several people in this live broadcast right now in the chat area that are excellent TBC experts that can actually close your people to come into our community. So they can cross over the fence and be a part of our community. And that's where the training starts. Okay? If I'm cash flowing, if Christine is cash flowing, if some of the people are cash flowing, because they've been in what? Randy Wilson's cash flowing class. And it took me but one session. See, I've had cash flow before when it was in other networks. Several times I've helped people get in the community. But this was the first one in our new TBC009.net. $400 in one day. That's right. One $300 he purchased, and then another one $100, and then another $300 in the same day. What I essentially did, I showed the person how they can gain enough cookies to earn more TBC coin in millions in November. I showed them exactly how I did it. I used myself as an example. See, I've lived it. I've lived through the TBC time. I've been through the growing pains time. I call it growing pains time last year in our old network when it was slow and sometimes things didn't go through properly like it wanted to. But we don't have those issues now. Now's the time to grow our community massively over this 1 to 2 year span. Let's go, team. It's time now to get back to those higher numbers of 25,000 to 50 people a day. We can do this. We got more people in our community now than we had then. We can do this. So thank you all for being here today. I'm kind of a little over my time right now. Michael said, what's going on with the market coin? Anyone there still talking about TBC has no foresight. Listen, you know, Michael, let me say this to you, my brother. You're looking at a guy who studies cryptocurrency on the market-driven side as well as our abundant-based side, TBC. I've been studying since the first week of December 2016. I'm letting you know right now on the market side, things are not all gone. Bitcoin is still going to survive. Some of the other coins, altcoins, are going to still survive, but they're manipulated by our existing government and central banking system. It's based on need. It's based on some other things too, but it's not based on one thing, and that is getting rid of poverty worldwide. It's not based on that, like our coin, TBC is. Thank you so much, TBC Revolution. Sir, I know you got a, let me see, today is, I'm looking at the calendar. No, you got a TBC broadcast tomorrow. When I stop this one, Femi, please go back and replay it. If anybody want to come on right now before I end, I put the link up above. If anybody would like to come up just to say a few words before I end, I put the Google Hangout link right above. If not, I'm going to shut this down now because I'm a little over my time already. All right. Okay. Anybody got any questions or anything? I put my Google Hangout link right at the beginning of this live broadcast, right under Christine Tasway when she appeared. Okay. Well, thank you all for being here. It's been a pleasure being here with you all. I went through extensively through that blog post about three-way communication. It is great. It works. I'm letting you know now. I know that people like TBC Revolution Femi may have used three-way communication in some business he's been in before. I know that I've done a lot of it, and I tell you, it worked nearly every time. Nearly, basically, if I'm not saying 100% time, at least about 95 to 98% of the time it works. Okay. So I'm gonna say God bless all of you. Thank you for being here. My little one, Kayla, that's always here watching me, and my great one that's in Tennessee that always supports me no matter what we're going through or anybody else is going through. Thank you so much for being there. Thank you for being there. I love all of you. Have an awesome, awesome day. Bye-bye.